Brandon Johnson promised that he would lower taxes and things like that. He won't raise property taxes.
I won't raise your property taxes.
He lied because taxes are off the charts. And I actually got my guy Mason. He actually spoke at City Hall and confronted Brandon Johnson about this face to face as well.
We have to remember history because the number one thing that we know for certain is that history always repeats itself. So, Mr. Johnson, I know that you can appreciate with me giving you a history lesson with you being a former social studies teacher from Elgin. Well, you plan on going back to the classroom anyway. That was the whole purpose with you taking a leave of absence, right? Well, besides the mental reason. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud. But let's go ahead and talk about history repeating itself. Let's talk about taxation. Chicago has a tax for everything. Water tax, grocery tax, tourist tax, hotel tax, bag tax, liquor tax, cigarette tax, the highest sales tax in the country by far, parking tax, surcharge of downtown parking, property lease tax, and streaming tax. The only thing that you all don't have a tax for yet is oxygen tax. And the only reason why you don't have a tax for that just yet is because you ain't figured out how to do it yet.
You name it, it's taxed in Chicago. So
you have to pay for plastic bags.
Yeah, it's insane. I'm surprised he didn't tax the air yet. But how would you tackle taxes in Chicago? And when it comes to the deficit in Chicago, what do you think we could do to get back in a, in a good financial state, I should say?
So I know the teachers union is in Brandon Johnson's pocket. And I know
Which is a conflict of interest, by the way. Just want to point that out.
Yes. And it would be the teachers union that would be something that I would have to go for, because the schools definitely need to be looked at, because they are something that is in the red. I mean, $734 million.
Yeah.
And then obviously we have to do something about the sanctuary city thing. We got to figure out a way to get out of that. And we need to work with President Trump. I know not a lot of people in Illinois want to hear that, but it is the truth.
Surprisingly, they do though. Like, and that's why, that's why this stuff is kind of popular right now, because they believe that Chicago is supposed to be this, horrible place, and people don't really respect police and they don't respect peace and things like that. But that's actually not true. We're actually ready to take our city back from all of this, crazy propaganda that's coming from these leftists. I see a question here from one of my viewers here, and it says, I appreciate this interview. What advice would you give voters on how to distinguish a rhino from an authentic conservative? What do you think about that?
From a true rhino, I would ask them, are you going to spend millions on illegals? Are you going to spend money on useless crap? I don't think the police are useless.
I'll look out for the LGBT stuff as well.
The what?
The LGBT stuff. You got to watch out for that stuff too.
Yes, the LGBTQ stuff. Like, I know one of the things that the teachers union in my kids' school, they have CNN in science class. And they have trans bathrooms there, which means, that probably costs money. And there are just things all around the city that are a waste of money, but there are things that can be used for that, like all the trash, all the potholes. You can't fill the potholes because the money's going to something else. So you need to figure out how to reallocate that money elsewhere. And
he just signed. Well, they just did a $830 million, I believe, bond. So that's supposed to be going to infrastructure, but we'll see, ladies and gentlemen.